It's open house day. Hey guys, today I wanted to give you guys a look at how I prepare for an open house and all the things that I do to make sure that I am ready to make an open house successful as a relatively new real estate agent. I'm excited to get the ball rolling and get ready to head over there. I haven't been able to do an open house in a while because houses have been kind of flying off the market. So now that things are sitting a little bit longer, I finally have an opportunity to do an open house again. So I'm really excited about it and I'm hopeful that we'll have a good turnout. Open houses are a great opportunity to meet new clients, to get your name out there. There's really a lot that you can gain from hosting open houses. Even if you don't have your own listing, you can always ask another agent if you can do an open house for one of their listings. And again, it's a really opportunity to practice conversations with people, to potentially get some contact information for leads. I also think it's a great way just to market yourself on social media, or if you hand out flyers in the neighborhood or send out mailers. It's a great way to get your name out there and to show that you are working and you are building your business, and it's a great touch point to your audience. When I have an open house coming up, I start preparing days in advance, ideally at least a week in advance. Hopefully you'll know that an open house is an opportunity that you have and you can have it scheduled and put into the MLS, so that way it is already seen by people and people ahead of time kind of know to make their plans for the weekend to be able to come out and view your open house. If hosting open houses is a key part in your lead generation strategies, I definitely recommend having either a spot in your house, like maybe in your closet or somewhere that is kind of out of the way, where you can store everything that you'll use continuously, or even a plastic crate or bin to store everything in. And that way, whenever you have an open house, all you have to do is grab that and you don't have to kind of run around trying to find things that you can use for your open house. Of course, you'll be making specific flyers and things for the open house, the week of, and of course the food, and if you bring any beverages, you would likely get that the day before, or even the morning of. But anything else that you can store and have ready to grab will definitely make your life easier, so that you're not, running around as hectic during the week. A couple things that I always make sure to have in my bin: a roll of toilet paper. Believe it or not, that's actually kind of a really important one, because sometimes people may need to use the restroom while they're there and you'd be surprised how handy that is. Roll of paper towels, same kind of thing. You want to have a way to clean up if somebody does happen to spill something, or people need to dry their hands, anything like that. It's good to have those items handy and ready to go. Next, you want to give some thought into how you want your information displayed. I've kind of tried different things, and now I'm sort of in somewhat of a rhythm knowing what I think looks good. But you want to have some kind of stand or some way of, presenting the paperwork. If you have any signs that you need displayed for compliance or different things, you want to make sure you have those. And you also can get different things to hold your business cards, and there's kind of cute stuff you can do to make the table look a little bit more presentable than just having, paper stacked across the table. Leading up to the event, I made sure to post on social media. I also made sure to, spread the word by word of mouth and let other agents in the office know as well. So if they have any buyers that are looking for that type of home in the area, they make sure to come on out. And I really think the work you put in ahead of time can make a huge difference to the day of and how successful the event is. I'm gonna go get ready and start getting all my stuff together to head over there, and I will see you at the house. Okay, so I'm here now setting up at the open house. What I do first is I kind of go through, explore the space if it's one I haven't been in before, turn on all the lights, kind of memorize as much as I can about where things kind of are, get a general idea of what we're working with here. Next, I set up the paperwork. I always try to have information about the home, disclosures, and I put out a stand, and then I have a QR code so people can find information about the home on their phone. And then I put out snacks. I usually just do water for the beverages just so that people aren't spilling things, and I just do a couple different snacks for people to grab if they're wanting some. Okay, I think I'm finally all set up for my open house. I'm so excited to see people coming through, and hopefully we have a good turnout. I'm back home after a successful open house. We had about 10 different groups coming through, which is, I would say, about standard for the area, and I felt like it was a success. There was definitely some people who had interest in the home, and I also got a couple leads out of it. I will say that the second I get home, I change straight into my sweats because an open house can be a little exhausting. You have to kind of be on and you're presenting yourself and trying to make a good first impression. Also having conversations with people. There's just a lot that goes into it. So I definitely always plan on having some time off after the open house. You know, if I am finished at 3 or 4, I just make sure that I don't have anything else on my calendar for after that, so I can do things around the house and kind of unwind a bit because it can be very exhausting. One of the most important parts of the open house for you as an agent is the follow-up. If you put all this work into advertising and getting people to the open house, setting up, and then you put in all that work during, you don't want to drop the ball and basically leave it right there. You're just at the finish line, which is the follow-up. And the follow-up is really one of the most important parts that I think some people miss. And if you do follow up well, you can actually stand out compared to other agents. Of course, if somebody indicated that they're working with another agent, ideally you would want to communicate through them, so you could just let them know that their clients came by, you know, ask them if they have any feedback or something that they want to share with the homeowners about the house. But if somebody wasn't represented by an agent, then your follow-up should be more of a lead generation type follow-up. So thanking them again, but also finding out what their goals are and if they are looking in the area and what you can do to serve them. So that's really the last kind of thing I do before I unwind. You know, I do get in my sweats, but and then I make sure to do that follow-up work, whether it's an email, text, whatever it is that I, you know, plan on doing to reach out to everybody. And then of course, following up with those people, you know, regularly from then on out. Thank you so much for coming with me as I got ready for my open house. I hope that you found this useful and maybe some of the tips and tricks you will use for your own business. And if you are new to the industry, definitely reach out if you have any questions about what to expect or things that you can do to prepare for the open house. I would love to speak with you. If you enjoyed this video and are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out when I drop similar content. And I will see you next time.